Welcome back, everybody, to the Breakdown Podcast YouTube channel. My name's Corey, and with me today, I've got my partner in crime, as always, Vic.
What's up, everybody? How's it going today?
And we are... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We are here this week on the Breakdown YouTube channel to discuss this week's episode of The Masked Singer.
That's exactly what I was going to say. All right.
I wanted to feel important.
Okay. Sorry. I'll let you. That's fine. We've got some good news. Vic got his wish. The one group, the one contestant he wanted off the show is off the show, but we'll get to that very soon. Starting out the show, we had Yeti came out. I think was first, right?
No. Actually, the Russian Dolls were the first ones out on the stage.
Really?
Yep. I have my notes.
We're gonna hold off on that.
I have my notes, and it was the first thing that came up.
We're just gonna wait for that one.
Second up was hold on. So we need to break this down. First up was the Russian Dolls.
Say the code word. Let's break it down.
First up was the Russian Dolls. We're gonna hold them, and Corey wants to hold them to the end. Up next after the Russian Dolls was the Black Swan. JoJo.
Yes.
Don't really need to say a whole lot more. I called this before first note. I've stuck to this the entire time, though they did add some more clues in there. It said that at 7 she sang a song by Cher on Kids Say the Darndest Things. And it said that age 7 that she has a connection to Cher was like one of her clues this week. And that's where she did that. And then she also did a that was on the Kids Do the Darndest Thing on the road in Boston. And then she performed for Oprah at 11, and they brought something up about that too. So this is definitely her. Like there's no two ways about it.
Yeah, and I'm sticking with it too. I changed my pick to JoJo like weeks ago as well. So I'm sticking with that as well.
So next up is Pork Chop, aka Piglet. aka Nick Lachey.
That's right. I called it from week 1, and I'm sticking with it, and I have not strayed from it, and that's what I'm still sticking with.
I've been all over the place with this one. I had my guesses, my theories, my ideas, my track downs for the clues, but it just none of them panned out, and I ended up having to relent with and jump on Corey's ship and go with Nick Lachey as well. So Piglet, as they referred to him, because apparently he rocked the stage, which I just didn't see it this week. But
okay,
that's what they said. That's how they're going with it. Next up, after Nick, is a Yeti. Still say it's Omarion. Corey says
I'm still sticking with Homer Simpson.
That it's Homer Simpson. Makes no sense, but this is where he goes.
I forget what it was now. There was a clue, and it still lines up to could be Homer Simpson. So I'm going with Homer Simpson.
The clue about P. Diddy?
Yeah.
How's that line up with Homer Simpson?
I believe P. Diddy did an episode with Homer Simpson.
Are you sure?
I could be wrong.
I'm going to need you to find that.
It's true. I think it's true.
Either way, Omarion makes much more sense. B2K did a video with P. Diddy. I actually sent Corey a link to that. I'll have him put the link on the in the description down below also to that original YouTube video, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it's a clear cut winner that Yeti is Omarion. There's no two ways about it. But dude, he's like they said something about him not being a triple threat but a quadruple threat, meaning singing, acting, dancing, like he can do it all. And Omarion has done it all, and that's why I am very, very confident that he is definitely the Yeti.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Diddy did an episode of The Simpsons. So
But I don't think that Homer Simpson is a triple threat. So I don't know how you play that off.
Look, you've seen him act, all right? They put out the Simpsons put out an album in the probably mid early '90s, somewhere in there. They put out an album, so you can find that probably somewhere. Nobody really knows this. I think this is one of the more rare episodes. He actually, when he was younger, was in a dance troupe. So,
God, I hate him.
I don't know how, but you managed to pull that in.
You're welcome.
And you're still very wrong.
Before we get to the Russian nesting dolls, we've got the Chameleon.
So, dude, I said at the beginning of this, the first thing I said was, this week Chameleon needs to go home. And I said that even though I have fought and argued that the Russian dolls need to go because, one, they're annoying me, and two, I just didn't think they were doing that great, they did better than the freaking Chameleon. Like, I feel like they did much better than the Chameleon, especially since the Chameleon did the same thing once again. He hopped on his one-trick pony, he did a rap song, and that was it. It's all he does. Yet they still keep playing it like he's like, the best thing since, buttered bread. And it's just not true.
With Russian nesting dolls, they did something different like every week.
Yeah.
1 week there might be 2 of them out there. 1 week there might be 3 of them out there. And even their last song was Elton John, and it was funny seeing them all dressed up like Elton John.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's hilarious. I mean, it's funny too, but I mean, they did a great job. But at the same time, it's still kind of funny to see.
Production-wise, they did fine with. They did good with that. They did good with the Neon last week with Chameleon, but it's still just the fact that there is no God's honest reason why he should still be in this competition at this point.
And I wish these judges would stop acting so dumb, or they should tell them to stop acting so dumb. Because when you say, I don't know, I still think it might be Snoop. No. He did a Snoop song. Did that sound anything like Snoop?
I mean, if I remember correctly, Robin actually called that out, and he's like, I don't think you're ever going to have Snoop doing a Snoop song. And she's like, well, you never know. They could change it up. And I honestly, I have to say, I've actually made that argument a few episodes back.
True.
Like, it could be. It's not impossible for him to do that. Like, sure, you disguise your voice and you do a song, you do your own song. That's going to really throw everybody off. They'll never think you're going to do it, so why not?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But that sounded nothing like Snoop. And there's no way he could try and do that song in another voice.
Right.
There's just no way.
Well,
he's just got that he's got that cadence. And he wouldn't be able to break it.
Also, all the vapor, the smoke coming out of the Chameleon's head, like it's not a dragon. Everyone would instantly know it was him. Because he'd be trying to split up inside of that thing.
Can I smoke in this thing?
Like, I need to be a dragon so I can blow smoke out my nostrils.
Snoop, you might actually set this on fire.
Right.
That's right. Every time I go on a stage, I set it on fire anyhow. So
it's all good.
It all goes with it. That gets us to the Russian nesting dolls, and you could say goodbye to Vic's least favorite act. That is the Hansons.
Yeah. I was when they started talking about the fact that they were all inside of that thing, at one point I was like, dude, are all 3 of them inside of there?
I think they only did that one for the reveal.
Oh, I'm sure they did, but they did say that a couple times there were 2 of them inside of it because one was doing control, whatever. But I thought it was, the idea behind it is okay. I just don't like I really don't like the idea of using the multi quote unquote mask setup because it's just hard to determine. There's so many groups that it could be, like trying to figure out who it is, and luckily this one wasn't that bad, honestly, especially since it was just a random off the wall freaking blurt out the first group I could think of that would probably do it guess. Not like I had to research it. It was my first guess on the first time I saw him, and I was right apparently. So I mean, that's not bad, but just in general, trying to figure out who somebody is when there's multiple people in one costume. It's not really a fair contest to try to figure it out. Unless they do something super, super obvious to reveal who they are. And in this case, there wasn't anything, like I had to research everything. There was nothing that was just easily done, aside from like 2 clues. That was the White House clue. And then this week's clue, they said that they had what they did is they sent mail. They had mail from a fan, and the fan was somebody famous for the most part. And theirs was Weird Al Yankovic, and they talked about how he directed them. He gave them great direction and something else. And I was like, Weird Al Yankovic directs Bop. That didn't work. Weird Al Yankovic directs Hanson, and then it comes right up, and he did actually do a song for them. So, and it's on Weird Al's website. So
I really want to see Weird Al on this show. Problem is,
easily
we pick him out.
Yeah, you would so easily know it was him. You'd so easily know it was him. It would be a whole nother Busta Rhymes all over again. For sure. So easy.
So that brings us up to a tie score. We stayed tied. We've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them correct.
Okay.
And so that leaves us still 3 of them. We've gotten the same. We're guessing the same thing. One of them it's different. So
yeah, it's Homer Simpson. You might as well just hand me the ear right now.
No, because don't forget, we've got chicken.
Freaking Cloodle Doo! I forgot about that. And they actually they made it a big deal to announce that he was going to be revealed. I was actually because we weren't sure how many episodes were left. There ends up being 10 episodes for this season. The last 2 episodes. I think the last episode that's coming up. Because technically this is episode number 8, not number 9. Because they don't count the Maskey Award as an episode. It's a special. So with that in mind, the 8th episode was today. So episode 9 and episode 10 are going to be the next 2 episodes. And more than likely what I foresee them doing is this next episode is going to be a double elimination. And that'll bring them down to 3 for the final episode. They'll all sing, they'll fight it out, and then we'll get our winners. So in 2 weeks, we will have our winner, who I believe will be Black Swan. I think Corey believes it will be Piglet, but we will see how it goes.
Oh, I don't know who would win this.
No? I thought you were pretty resigned that Piglet would take it.
I think so. Yeah, now that I look at it.
You think it'll be him? I'm voting for Black Swan.
But
Yeti is my number one guess. My number one runner up. I think Black Swan has done a much better job overall. Yeti came in and impressed, but he did he had good range. He did a country western song this week, which obviously it's not an Omarion thing. All of his stuff has been great. He did the rollerblading thing, which still impresses me. So my top 2 is going to be Black Swan and Yeti. I think that Black Swan can take it, but in reality, I think it'll end up being Omarion with the win. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I'm still on the fences. It's one of those 2. I don't want it to be Piglet. I have a feeling it's going to end up being Piglet, even though I'm like, no, Piglet shouldn't get it. But I think that the overall. We don't know who actually makes the decision, so whoever actually makes the decision, they're going to go with whichever one's going to be the most impressive for them. But we'll see what happens.
I don't think there's anybody in the crowd.
You still think there's a ghost? It's a ghost audience.
Yes, I do. There are some shots in this episode that look like they just put lights in the place of people. So I don't know. I'm just saying.
It just blinds the camera.
Yeah. We do want to thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the podcast we do live at 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch on Tuesdays. That's Miller King, twitch.tv/MillerKing_51. The link's in the description below. Please also hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications and give us a thumbs up on this video. And thanks for watching. On behalf of Vic.
That's me.
We'll talk to you next time.
See ya!